Remember that guy when you were a kid? Cranky old man in the neighborhood? Come out and yell at the kids, "Hey, get the hell out of my yard! Get the hell, take that damn dog with you! Go on, get the hell out of here!" Remember that guy? Every neighborhood had that guy. Cranky old man. You'd be playing wiffle ball, ball goes in his yard, you take 2 steps, he comes flying out the front door, "Hey, get the hell out of my yard! What are you doing? I'm going to get a speech on you. Get the hell out of here!" Remember that guy? Every neighborhood had that guy, right? And I remember, as a kid, getting screamed at by this crazy old man, just looking at him going like, "What the hell is your problem, man? Like, seriously, what is wrong with you? I'm not egging your house. I'm not taking a dump on your front walk. I'm picking up a ball, and you're freaking out on me. Like, relax, you freaking psycho." But I've been thinking about that guy. So I'm getting a little older now, right? And I'm starting to think that he had a point. He did. He had a point. Because something happened to me. This was bad. It was like a real tipping point in my life. For the first time, I yelled at a kid in my neighborhood. That's when you know that you've gone from being young to old. The minute that you yell at a kid in your neighborhood, you're turning into an old man. Because what happens, I got this rickety stone wall in front of my house, and some of the stones are loose, and the kids they come down the sidewalk, they jump on the wall, they run along, they jump off the other side. And I'm afraid that the kid's going to hit a loose stone, fall off, crack their head on the sidewalk, blood, ambulance, lawsuit, I lose everything. I'm living under a bridge, scrounging up money to buy s'mores, right? So I'm out in the yard, and I see this kid come down the sidewalk, and sure enough, he jumps up on the wall, and I just laid into him. I'm like, "Hey, kid, what the hell are you doing, man? Get the hell off the wall. What the hell?" And as I'm doing this, I transformed. I changed into an old man. I was like, "Hey kid, what the hell are you doing?" And my voice changed. "Get the hell out of here. What are you doing?" I started hunching over, my knees were killing me, this cane popped out of nowhere. I was like, "Hey, get the hell out of here. There was like big tufts of white hair coming out of my ears all of a sudden. It was crazy. I went in my house, it turned out I was wearing Depends, and I pissed myself. Like, how did this happen? I changed into an old man, and it's taken time for me to kind of get back to the usual self. But the point is that the moment that you yell at a kid for being a kid, that's when you become old. So I'm glad we're all out here having some laughs, having a good time, remembering what it's like to be young, carefree, and having fun, right? And I was reminded of this because I had a birthday a couple weeks ago, and yeah, don't clap. No, actually don't clap, because I'm about to explain why. I'm not a big birthday guy, right? I'm not one of these people that's like, "Oh, it's my birthday," you know? Or the people that are worse than that are the ones that go, "Oh, it's my birthday week." Like, no, it's not a week. It's one day. It's not a week. It's one day. I know some of you do that. You want to celebrate the whole 7 days, right? But I don't get into my birthday because the way I look at it is that your birthday, it's not really your birthday. It's the anniversary of the day that you were born, right? And most anniversaries are things that you remember. A wedding, a graduation, but nobody remembers being born. And I gotta think that if you did remember being born, it wasn't such a good day. No, it was probably a pretty crappy day, actually. It's probably a day that you don't want to celebrate, right? If you remembered being born and it was your birthday, you'd be like, "Oh man, not my birthday, man. Look, give me the presents and stuff, but don't make me relive that day. Man, I'm telling you, the day I was born was the worst day of my life. It was horrible, man. I was just relaxing. I was in my apartment. You know, it was a studio. It was tight. You know, it was a little snug, but I was in there just minding my own business, and I went down the hall to get something. I don't even remember what I was doing. I went down the hall, and it was kind of like that hall in the Willy Wonka movie. It got all small. And I'm going down there, and it's getting like really tight. I'm like, "What the hell, man?" And my head is starting to get like kind of squished and getting stuck. And oh, what is going on? I'm trying to back up. I can't go backwards. I can't go forwards. I'm totally stuck. I can barely breathe. I'm like freaking out. I'm like, "Oh my God, how am I going to get out of here?" Suddenly, this giant set of hands grabs my head and starts pulling me. And I was like, "Oh man," it was like so painful. My whole body was like getting pulled through a vice. And then finally, I just like popped out on the other side. It's in this super bright room. I couldn't see anything. I was totally blinded. It took a minute or two for my eyes to adjust. I look around. I'm in a room full of strangers. I don't know who the hell any of these people are. And not only that, they are all fully clothed. I'm completely naked. I'm so embarrassed. I'm yelling at them. I'm like, hey, where am I? Who are you people? Put me back in my apartment. They're ignoring me. They're not even listening. It's like they don't even understand me. You know, it's just so rude. So anyway, the main guy who pulled me out, he comes over to me and he takes my umbilical cord and he cuts it off. I was like, dude, I was using that. What the hell, man? Oh, and that big purple mushroom thing you just pulled out of there? Yeah, that's my pillow, buddy. What am I supposed to sleep on tonight, huh? That's a lot, you jerk. Yeah, that was the placenta. Yeah, big purple mushroom thing, yeah. So yeah, the day I was born, what a horrible day. And don't even get me started on day 2, right? Mr. Snippy Snip came back with his scissors and cut the tip of my penis off. I'm like, dude, what did I do to you? What's your problem, man? Seriously. God. You know, so being born just sucks, right? And really, I think that God is merciful because God realizes that the first few years of life are just horrible. They're terrible. He's looking down at us going, man, this is just humiliating. Look at those people. Just screaming all day and pooping themselves and wearing these terrible outfits they never would have picked out on their own. Man, I'm going to help them out. I'm just going to erase the first couple of years from their memory like it never happened, right? And then God's like, yeah, around year 3 or 4 we'll hit the record button on their memory. That'll be fine. But the reality is that being born, being an infant, it's terrible. You don't want to remember that. So my point is that if anybody here's got a birthday coming up, I hope that you don't remember being born, and happy birthday. Thanks a lot, everybody. You've been great. Thank you very much. And give it back to Angel here.
So Dave Casey, is he funny?